Hey. Okay, we're just gonna go quick. I am outside because I want to be with my kitties here. And today's video, what we're doing, it's obviously raining, right? So, I'm getting wet. But today's video, we are talking about how to have healthy ways of healthy ways to I can't even focus. Ooh, that's a big stretch. Reward ourselves. Healthy ways to reward ourselves. It is the topic today. And that is mainly going to include the things that you don't want to reward yourself. So it's easier to talk about the unhealthy ways to reward ourselves, which include going out and drinking or smoking or like eating unhealthy food. It includes going out to restaurants, which also includes spending money. Shopping online can be an unhealthy way. A lot of people reward themselves for doing something positive. Oh my goodness. All right. Moving on. So these are a lot of examples I already said of unhealthy ways of rewarding ourselves. But so often we do positive things and we want a way to reward ourselves, and the fun things are often unhealthy or cost a lot of money or are not good for us, right? So it is important to have a healthy way of rewarding ourselves. And this includes knowing when to reward yourself. Think of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. They give them chips. So I'm not exactly sure how it works, but when you join and when you reach milestones, they'll give you chips, right? So that's a healthy way of rewarding yourself, and it's a way to kind of bring people together, because if I have the same chip as you, etc., right, then suddenly you're on the same plane and you just automatically know where that other person is. I think my phone's getting wet. Okay, I have like a cover over it. Anyway, okay, so we need to know when to reward ourselves, which includes, that means that we have to keep track of how well we're doing or the progress we've made. We have to keep track. How many times have you eaten healthy days in a row? How many meals in a row have you eaten healthy? What are the goals that you're reaching that are important to you? And then keep track of those goals and keep track of how many, like a tally. How many times have you eaten healthy, if that's what it is? For me, I jump in the pool. I've been jumping in the pool. I've been posting on social media. Oh no! Right? So these are things that I've kept track of, how many days I've been doing that, and then I reward myself. So the reason, I'm going to give you some examples of how I reward myself, but really it's up to you. You have to kind of decide. A reward is something positive. It's something that you enjoy, which could mean it's different for everyone. It's what I appreciate, what I can give myself that is a reward, is going to be different for someone else, for you who enjoys other things. But for example, one thing that I'll do is, I've been jumping in a cold pool, doing a cold plunge every single day. And after I jump in the cold pool, a reward could be like taking a hot shower. Taking a hot shower could be a reward. Of course, it doesn't really work as a reward if you just do that every day anyway, right? It has to be something special. So it could be like going, let's say you go for walks every day, which I do. Let's say then the reward after a month of doing that, I could go to a nice vista point or take a walk in a different area. That could be a reward for myself versus just but in order to give yourself these milestone rewards, you have to be keeping track. Look at that, Franklin. You have to be keeping track of how you're doing. Otherwise, if you're not keeping track of how you're doing, who's keeping track? Nobody's keeping track if you're not keeping track. And if you're not keeping track, then it means it's easy to feel like a loser when you don't keep score, is what my coach Nick Sanadasasa would say. So, you know, if I'm not keeping score, then I could feel like I'm not making any progress, I'm not doing enough with my life, it feels like I'm not getting anywhere, and that's because I haven't kept track of how much progress I have made or milestones. Oh my gosh, I joined HCI Health Coach Institute to get my certifications for becoming a health coach, and they had badges that you could win once you watched a certain number of videos, you know, before you get your certification. They also had little like ding, you accomplish, you just finish. Every time I finished a video, I got a little notification that said good job. And that is a great example of a big company who uses rewards to help motivate people to finish their program, because when they had people finish it, it looked good for them and it looked good for their clients. And that's the same thing for your life. The better you do in your life, the better you're going to feel, the more accomplishments you're going to have, the more impact you're going to make, which includes the more money you're going to make, the more flexibility you're going to have. All of these things are good, and the way to get there is by keeping track of what you're doing and rewarding yourself in a positive way. If every time you do something good, you go out and you go to a restaurant and you spend $100 on a meal or even more, then you're backtracking. Let's say every time you got paid, you went out and you spend $200, or you go shopping and you spend $200. Well, what that's telling yourself, what you're teaching yourself, is that when I make money, I'm spending money. So it's like it comes in, but then it goes out. It's always this fluctuation. It's never, you're teaching yourself a bad habit. It's it's really rainy. You want to teach yourself good money habits. You want to be spending money. For example, I use YNAB, is a money tracking app, right? So what that does for me is it allows me to see if I am actually can afford to buy a new pair of shoes. If I need a new pair of shoes, I'm gonna a budget for it, and then I'm gonna spend it. I'm not just spending it because I see I have the money. It's a reward. I budget for it, and then I reward myself when I'm able to pay it, so I buy it, right? We want to teach ourselves good money habits. So that includes, that can include, okay, some of my bad money spending is just, it's about, yeah, spending it when we don't know we can spend it. It's these things. All of this includes not keeping track and keeping score. Okay, but this video is about rewards. So comment and like if you agree. Comment what's something that you can reward yourself. Maybe what's something that you can stop rewarding yourself. French fries when you go out. I used to always love to eat French fries, and it turns out, you know, you just need fish oil. There's certain things we crave, and it's not actually the thing we think we want. It's something else, but that's a different video. Let me know if you want to hear about that. But rewarding myself with going out to eat was not a healthy habit, and it just left me feeling unhealthy, unhappy, and it was not a good reward. It was not helping encourage my good behavior. It was actually doing the opposite. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Stay dry out there and enjoy the rain. Like, I love the rain. So, and there's a Joe and Frankie here with us too, and I'll see you next time.